Hello and welcome to Yoga with Jen McQuay. Thank you for joining me here today. We are going to start on the back and extend one leg long, the other sole of the foot to the mat, and find that gentle rock from the inside to the outside of that foot. Just giving a little tick-tock side to side motion. Just bringing a little mobility into that hip. Opposite leg is anchored, it's rooted, it's grounded. Little by little, just allow that knee to open a little closer to the mat. And then when you're ready, take it into a half knee to chest, where you hug that knee into the chest, meeting yourself where you are, just little by little. And then when you're ready, maybe take it over into a supine twist to hip opener flow. Just as gentle as that supine twist needs to be, just as gentle to open that hip. And just find that nice slow flow alternating the arms. Again, meet your body where it is. And then ease into a little bend and straighten. Just easing that hamstring into a little stretch, just bringing a little movement in through that knee. And then adding a point and flex of that foot to gently stretch that shin and calf. Circling that ankle on around, bringing some ankle mobility. Maybe walking the hands up, deepening that hamstring stretch. And then give a little windshield wiper side to side. Just a little reset here between sides. And then when you're ready, extend the opposite leg. And then start to find that rock from the inside to the outside of that foot. Little by little, allow that knee to open a little closer to the floor, just opening that hip, just slowly and gently bringing in some of that gentle mobility work. And then half knee to chest, nice and gentle, just easing that knee in. And then taking it across into that gentle supine twist, into that hip opener, just finding that nice flow side to side. Again, alternating those arms, and just easing it in from a hip opener into that supine twist. And now that bend and straighten, just ease that hamstring in, check in with that knee, and then adding a little point and flex, stretching that shin and calf, circling the ankle around for some mobility, maybe walking the hands up, deepening that stretch, and bringing it on back down. Windshield wipers in between. Again, just to check in, see how that lower body is feeling. All right, I'm just going to turn to the other way here so you can maybe see a little better. Taking a full body stretch, wiggling the fingers, toes, rotating wrists and ankles. And then slowly making your way into tabletop. And finding that cat-cow. So stretching the back and the spine, moving with your breath at your pace. So arching the back, and then lifting the head and the tail. And then a little wag of the tail. Stretch those side bodies, maybe even circle it on around. Opposite direction. Just bring some movement here in the body that feels good. And then extend one leg out to the side and start to hinge on back. Almost like you're working towards an extended leg child's pose. Maybe walk the hands or hold. Just ease into this stretch. Take it nice and gentle. Walk the hands on back, rise on up, and then into that nice side body stretch. Gaze can be up at the hand or down towards the mat. Release. Feel that line of stretch now down the opposite side of the body. And then we'll switch out the legs. So start with just a little of that rock, front to back, just easing the body into that stretch. Give that knee the opportunity to relax on in. Then if it feels okay, maybe you can hold that stretch. And then walk the hands on back up. Slide it down the leg into that nice side body stretch. And then in the opposite. Feel that length from the fingertips all the way down the side body, the leg into the toes. All right, back through tabletop. Any little reset movements, anything the body needs. Maybe even a little down dog pedal. Just keep the body feeling safe. Stretching one heel down towards the mat, maybe both. And then from here, we're going to bring it into a low lunge. Keep the hands on the floor or walking up to the knee. Roll those shoulders down and back. Maybe even floating those arms up overhead. Feel that length in the spine. Maybe add a little cactus or a rotation. Bringing the hands back down, peeling it back. Flowing in and out of that half runner stretch, giving the back of the leg a little more of a stretch. And then walk it on into a pigeon. Meet the body where it is. Make sure it feels safe. Little by little, maybe work your way down to the forearms or the head resting on the stacked hands. And if this variation does not feel good or safe in the body, you can always flip over to the back and take a reclined pigeon. I'm just going to change the angle here so you can see a little better. Again, meet yourself where you are. Any point in that stretch feels safe. If you want to even bring a little bend in the leg, reach back for a little quad stretch. And then a little down dog in between. Now into that second side, low lunge, hands to the mat or hands to the knee, wherever feels best. Roll the shoulders down. You take a little wobble, just come right back. And then if you would like to float those arms up overhead, feel that length through the spine. Maybe a little heart opener or a twist. Again, make it your own. Find what feels good here. Bringing the hands on down. A little bend and straighten into that half runner's stretch. Again, just always looking for those little movements or those little ways to make that stretch feel best for you. And now into that pigeon. Again, and if the face down version doesn't feel good, you could always flip over to the back and take it reclined. But little by little, work your way in. Make sure the hips are staying nice and level. You're not tilting over to one side. And just feel that relaxation in that hip. And when you're ready, again, just showing you a different angle here. Maybe even taking that quad stretch if that pose is accessible. Again, keep the body feeling safe. You can even bring a yoga strap around that foot and bring the stretch in that way. All right, now coming to a seat. Cross those knees, maybe take a little stack, add a little forward fold. Again, if this is not accessible to stack the knees without having one hip lift up, you can bring the legs into a simple cross leg and take that forward fold as well. So you always have options. Take the one that feels best in your body, and then take the other side. Again, if the knees stack and the hips aren't kind of arching up on one side, give a little lean stretch forward. Or again, that cross leg with a forward fold. You've always got options. So find what feels good, find what feels safe. And now a little seated windshield wiper. I love windshield wipers as a little reset, just to check in with the body, bring some movement back in. And now some circles on around. I always love how that resets through the low back. And then a little side stretch. Arm can be up overhead or the hand can be behind the head, either option. Feel that length, that extension down that side body. Then roll those shoulders. Bring one knee in, hug it in, reach the arm back behind to take that seated twist. Opposite leg is rooted, grounded. That foot is nice and flexed. And then we will switch. Extend that leg long, take that twist, that rotation. Only twist to a point that feels safe. Little wiggle, little movement to reset. Keep those shoulders feeling good. Next up, we are going to come back through tabletop. Take a little wiggle until you're ready to extend one leg back behind. Toes can stay on the mat or the leg can lift. Fingers can stay on the mat or arm can lift. Build your way into your version of bird dog. Maybe even taking that leg to the opposite side. Maybe elbow to the knee. Lots of options here in that bird dog. Into that second side. Toes can stay on the mat or lift. Fingers to the mat or lift, but feel that length, that strengthening through the back body. And then different options here. Leg can come across. You can take that elbow to knee side crunch. Explore, find what feels good in your body. Those wiggles to reset are always nice. And then set it on back into a child's pose. Just kidding, come on down to the belly and take a little baby cobra flow. Again, bear with me here, folks. Little baby cobra, maybe straightening on up into a cobra, and then one arm under the shoulder, opposite, and take that twist. So that shoulder stretch. Only cross that leg behind if it feels safe. So arm tucks in, opposite out straight from that shoulder. Option to take that leg into the twist. Only if it feels safe. That is a deep stretch. All right, find yourself in that crocodile and check in. Maybe add a little movement with some reverse windshield wipers. Circle the legs on around. Opposite direction. A little more point flex or ankle rotations. And then into a half frog. So you're bringing that leg out to the side, giving that hip a little time to relax. And then into that second side. You can always bring a blanket under the hips or under that knee for a little more support. All right, when you're ready, press on back up into a little child's pose or a little table, cobra, flow, whatever's feeling good. Just wiggle, let loose. And now we are going to come all the way down to the back for a full body stretch, a little more wiggle of the fingers, toes, maybe give yourself a big hug. Maybe hug both knees into chest, rock side to side. A little waterfall pose. Think legs up the wall, just without the wall. If those feet or ankles need a little more movement, or you can take that knee cross. This is just the reclined version of it. I love this stretch. It feels so good in my body. Reclined bound angle is an option. That other side, I like to think of them as little handlebars. You can draw the legs down towards the mat. Again, just anything else that your body needs here. Get your second side in. If you remember which side you did first. Again, this is that reclined Gomukhasana. So you stack the knees. I kind of think about the feet as little bicycle handlebars, and then I love to just lower those legs down. Sometimes you have to re-lengthen through the spine. Any final movements, wiggle, stretch, shake it on out. And then a little bridge if that feels good. Again, just these final movements. What does your body need? And then when you are ready, settle into your final resting pose. Constructive rest, legs long, palms face up, wherever you feel good. And really give yourself these next few moments here. Relax the mind. Relax the body. Take as much time as you need, maybe pause the video, or if you're ready to bring those movements back into the body, you can slowly come on back up, come back to that comfortable seat, readjust all your clothing, jewelry. Arms can float up overhead, hands can drop down to heart center, and I thank you so much for joining me here in this practice. And as always, the light in me sees and honors that same light in you.